Good evening, viewers. We welcome you to today's news edition. First, let's take a quick look at the headlines. NOC hurdles low border roads in Meghalaya. Government pushes centre for solution. Two hanging deaths in Shillong. Police probe incidents at Laban PS and Upper Shillong. Heavy voting in West Bengal Phase 1 with over 78% turnout amid violence reports. And Rodrigo de Paul Suarez strike late as Inter Miami beat Real Salt Lake 2-0 in Utah. To begin our news bulletin, here are the local stories. Meghalaya Deputy Minister Preston Tinsong chaired a review meeting on PMGSY roads projects in border areas. He said construction is being delayed due to mandatory NOCs from Border Security Force and Central Public Works Department. Tinsong stressed that clearance are essential for projects near international borders. Discussion also focused on roads falling outside border fencing and related challenges. He revealed around 50 kilometers of the Meghalaya-Bangladesh border remains unfenced. The state has taken up the matter with the centre to address security and logistical issues. He assured efforts are on to speed up connectivity while maintaining security norms.
So, one issue here in somewhere in the Ranikor side, where the road, in fact, belongs to the CPWD and the BSF themselves. So now sanction has been accorded for reconstruction of roads, but we need NOC from the both from CPWD as well as from the BSF. So we discussed today, and I told them you kindly give us the NOC so that we can start, because this has been already included in the PMGSY 3.
A 3-year-old child was brutally killed in Umdang village under Shalang PS West Khasi Hills. Police said the accused, identified as Imphal Mausor, attacked the child with a machete. The incident occurred on Wednesday afternoon while the child was returning home. The victim died on the spot due to severe head injuries. The accused, who is the uncle of the child, was immediately arrested. The body was shifted to Civil Hospital Nongstoin for post-mortem. Police have launched a detailed investigation into the case. A man died by suicide inside the premises of Laban police station on Thursday morning. The incident occurred around 6 a.m. with a man found hanging from a flagpole. His identity is yet to be established, and he was reportedly not a local resident. Eyewitnesses said he had been loitering near the police station prior to the incident. Dorbashnong representative Vernon's Aim expressed shock over the incident. The body has been shifted to Negrims for post-mortem. Police are continuing investigation into the circumstances. A 22-year-old man was found dead under suspicious circumstances near Bomver Market Complex in Upper Shillong. The deceased was identified as Veni Kumar Singh of Riyadh Saw Klor, Nongse. Police said the body was found hanging from the railing near an SBI ATM. The incident came to light around 7 a.m. after locals alerted authorities. VDP member Bayat Donbok Thank You informed police after receiving the report. Police and forensic teams rushed to the spot and began an inquiry. The body has been shifted to Negrims for the post-mortem. The Anti-Narcotic Task Force, ANTF, apprehended 4 persons in a late-night operation at Lower Lumparing. The accused were identified as Mohammed Roshan Ali, 26, Safi Ali, 30, RJ Singh, 20, and Suraj Masi, 27. Police said the operation was based on credible intelligence inputs. A trap was laid in Low Maunai area, leading to their arrest without resistance. The accused are from areas including Malki, Nongminsong and Lom Survey. During the search, 3 soap cases containing suspected heroin were discovered. The seized contraband weighed approximately 32.12 grams. Residents of Laban Lom Shatsngi in Shillong were briefly alarmed on Wednesday afternoon after an unattended bag found near a transformer sparked fears of a possible explosive device. According to locals, the bag was first notified by a resident who promptly alerted the police. Responding swiftly, security personnel along with a bomb disposal squad rushed to the spot and conducted a detailed inspection of the object. After a thorough examination, authorities confirmed that the bag was empty and did not pose any threat. Rangbachnong Walambok Lindor stated that CCTV footage from the area will be reviewed to identify the individual responsible for leaving the bag unattended. Police have urged citizens to remain vigilant and immediately report any suspicious items, while also cautioning against spreading panic without proper verification. The Meghalaya government will arrange temporary accommodation in Vellore for patients and attendants. CNRD Minister Sosthena Sotun said the existing Meghalaya house is too old and inadequate. He said discussions were held with Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong. A new Meghalaya house with over 50 rooms is proposed at a cost of 20 crore rupees. Sotun said repairs are to be no longer viable due to the building's condition. A funding suggestions by Edelbert Nongrum is not feasible under existing rules. The new facility is expected to take over 2 years with rented accommodation planned in the interim.
Nanta habide bakanika Meghalaya support belur ka nakilang ka sarkar hi nanta nginum le shu ya ka repairing namar bakayeng kalarim palat. Te ila pha da ka proposal habide baki nagta ka jingsnai ka building ka batmai ka banlong ka jimentoy bat ba nginang la susu bunyo bun teli ki kamera ka banlong ka jimentoy na ka banta ki nongpang ki belai ban ai badyo sumar hati hapo CMC Belur approximately ki kamera hi kumba kilong kumba hakin pois ki sanpo tam kila include lang ki laban ki officers anangka seki kibonsa ketika plan kaba ilapa ka proposal Meghalaya chakmat tingla ay ka jemputip sai emily juga not long by inumla ban pelit ya kenika azur blp special urban works program kalau bisa belamang terpang dalam taga konsensi kejungi bain pelut syawait bat din takadaw ikhamla ban pedang ya kenika jing terwa kejungi habide ka nika proposal ka batmai nagalang ka sarkar kila ka meningkat bat ka building department ka ba layo ban work out plan estimate kan cross ka ba 40 crore ka ba kan sala ban pendet pendang na mata kenika jingsna ya kenika building ka batmai.
A one-day conference on drug and substance abuse was held in Tura, West Garo Hills. The program was organized by Meghalaya State Commission for Protection of Child Rights and district authorities. Chairperson Agatha K. Sangma highlighted rising drug abuse among children. She noted Meghalaya's vulnerability due to its proximity to the Golden Triangle. Francis Kharshiying stressed public trust and early intervention to tackle the issue. Officials discussed rehabilitation, awareness and school-level counseling initiative. The workshop aimed to strengthen coordination to combat substance abuse among youth.
I'm here specifically to talk about how the substance abuse and drug abuse is actually impacting the children mostly in the society. Now, the NCPCR and the National Drug Dependent Treatment Center, the NDDTC of the AIMS, conducted a national survey. And this was to examine the pattern, profile and the correlates of substance use among Indian children. According to the survey, the study, the children who use drugs, they are primarily brought onto this addiction either firstly by curiosity or by peer pressure or lack of awareness about the risks of using drugs. We see that the menace of drug abuse is not only prevalent in Meghalaya but in the entire world, and Meghalaya being a state which is in close proximity to the Golden Triangle, we actually face a sort of a more critical issue because of the close proximity that we share with the Golden Triangle.
The Directorate of Civil Defence and Home Guards Meghalaya will conduct MEGHALAYA 1 2026 across all districts. The drill will simulate air raid and blackout scenarios to boost emergency preparedness. Joint Director B. Mukim said it aims to improve coordination among agencies. Stage 1 from 3 to 4 p.m. will cover rescue, evacuation, fire and medical response. Stage 2 from 6:59 to 7:02 p.m. will simulate a blackout across the state. Paul H. Schiller urged public cooperation during the drill. Officials said such exercises will be held twice a year to build awareness.
MEGHALAYA will be conducting a statewide civil defense mock exercise. That is tomorrow, 24th April 2026. The mock exercise on air raid and blackout will be conducted in all districts of the state, involving all important stakeholders such as the Air Force, Army, the police, the State Disaster Response Force, SDRF, Home Guards, CD, wardens and volunteers, etc. The name of the exercise will be termed as RMEX, which is Air Raid Mock Exercise Part 1, so RMEX 1. It will be conducted in 2 stages. Namely, stage 1 will be comprising of simulation on search and rescue operations, fire response, evacuation, and even medical response extra, because we'll be roping in all these health departments as well as power departments, even the SDMA and DDMA. Stage 1 will commence from 3 p.m. and we intend to conclude it at 4 p.m. And stage 2 basically will consist of the blackout, which will be for 2 minutes from 7 to 7:02 p.m.
Around 250 Eri silk farmers in Ribhoi received spinning machines under the e-rice scheme. The distribution was carried out under the Ribhoi Silk Dream Initiative. The scheme was launched by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma with an outlay of the district. Officials said the machines will boost cocoon production and yarn quality. The initiative is expected to enhance productivity and increase farmers' income. Machines were distributed by Nongpoh MLA Meryl Bonds Aim in Nongpoh.
Ban IT ya kini ki spinning machine machine tirksai agi jaka bala abi bantir 10 kilo aga chisni nag machine de kilala bantir kambun la ambi 10 kilo chitin ba ta tung ke jumlah ban kumjuru ban sam ya kini ki musari ki banyada ia yang rendia dari tingkat kemiskan bercuit-cuit di kita yang di badan. Bat kumbala bersungsu mentah. Agak ni kepercayai keberjenjar kebiak kerduk kam yang ikon giti. Ikun samla rungi penselur. Bakin wan sakmat ikon iksu bijompi. Na kebenta bakin pentubit yelede. Habala nangi, habala tipi kan sampai sup yang ini begini yang lagi jom tidak.
Residents of Shnong Rim village in East Jaintia Hill submitted a memorandum to the Deputy Commissioner over a proposed public hearing. The hearing by MEGHALAYA State Pollution Control Board concerns limestone extraction by Shri Cement Limited. The project involves mining at Lom Sirman over 217 hectares with a hearing set for May 22nd. Residents who claim to be landowners said they have given a 7-day deadline to cancel the hearing. They allege no consent was given and the land remains under agricultural use. Locals also questioned the company's claim and renaming of the area as Block A. The Deputy Commissioner has advised them to submit written objections to the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board.
Public hearing would permit the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board. Sino pelangi wa amno permit yo halorit ho ihok iriti yong i da emi ilal holding pata jiri jing sumar bat i chicken is yong i bor atai di ki post nem te yu pelangi wa permit yo te dau i poi ni klimat wa i ajito solusi wa pat ini kendu pendam dan liang yong i amitritho yam hatai i snyo pelangi bat i snyo hernia di wiman bru i pu md ki thoi hok iriti yong i ar pu mle i ingi chanu company te wile wani as Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board open bana ini notice amuda yungi ha arteri bunai wasan budai poi te inaliang ayong ani IMM prienga percaya yane ajing public hearing.
A nutrition cum health mela was held at Amlarem subdivision as part of its Golden Jubilee celebrations. The program was organized by ICDS at AIM Jingsuk Parish Hall. SDO Vivo Tolu Kezo highlighted the importance of child nutrition and vaccination. She stressed the critical first 1,000 days of a child's life and promoted millet consumption. Health services like eye checkup, anemia screening and counseling were provided. Dr. Arvind Kongla said the initiative aims to improve students' physical and mental well-being. Millets were distributed to pregnant mothers and Agwanwadi worker Rimika Poshna was felicitated. The Hinyo Trep Youth Council has raised concerns over water shortage in Wa Nongse village. A delegation met officials of the PHE department, including the chief engineer. HYC President Purningstar Shabong said pipelines exist but no water source is functional. He stated the proposed dam to supply water is yet to be constructed. Residents continue to face hardship despite existing infrastructure. The HYC has urged authorities to explore alternative water supply solutions. They stress the issue needs urgent intervention to ease public distress.
Projek itu wanang saya ladap cina ladap teh ipai ladap penbiang ipai ini hadu bentar kemudian balai kemudian pada kalau pada nak ada kapisi hadu bentar kepala bersnaya ketam dekat top kabut sudah hadu bentar usna mengajar atau lain malah tray itu projek hadu bentar tetap kamu selalu ada yang orang kecil yang berkerau hadu tak kamu tak bagi nong senong untuk wanang saya tak tahu nilai kerpat di sini berbuat tidak nanti ban periuk dah skim dan projek ban teh ketam bos nong saya.
Chantremi Clinic in Lat Sutunga, East Janta Hills has introduced a new ultrasonography machine. The facility was inaugurated by Kleriat MLA Kerman Shilla. The event was attended by JHADC MDCs Dr. Sanki Shangpung and Krison Langstang. Prayers and blessing were offered by Father Glorious Shulai before the launch. The clinic offers OPD, lab, ENT, gynecology, ultrasound services. It operates 24/7 with a staff of 10 members. The MLA said the upgrade will improve healthcare access in the region.
The Southern Ong Negasi Yo Iwai Yakinika Chantremi Clinic, Kawa MK facilities, Nebenta ki Bunjai ki Jusumar Yo Lambai Clinic, the night scheme of Giniki Konginat, Young East Janta Hills, but the Prolok Pramarjan to Lailuti Lambai National Highway. Wakil yo king ju sumar wapaka the ek jing ek play ko he bah yakni ki tre waman leki wahayung hasem yonga kami dok islam the a big congratulations yupi yomal gamjo yaki wahayung hasem but yabaro khamtam ki doctor yaki nurse ki staff ki yongpi ki wo support yu e yakateka jungka jingkhia yaki wo one sumar hakani the ngai scheme waro man ki lai bai lanti the khamtam hi I nagleng yong nga hi kamo wayo chukri yakni ka thain 6 Clarion constituency but district yong I hibro ko wi the sam kumen ong wa jing em yong kani man ko life support ya I bro IBPB.
Moving on to a regional news. The Bharatiya Janata Party in Assam held a Mahila Across rally in Guwahati on Thursday. The protest was against opposition to the Nari Shakti Bandhan Amendment Bill 2026. The party targeted Congress and other opposition groups over their stance in Parliament. Leaders said the rally aimed to build public support for the bill. It also sought to promote greater participation of women in politics. Party members highlighted the need for equal status in the democratic process. The event saw participation of women supporters across the state. Coming up are the national news. West Bengal recorded brisk polling in the first phase of assembly elections. Over 75% of 3.6 crore voters cast their votes by 3 p.m. The turnout stood at 78.77% across polling stations. Voting is being held in 16 districts covering 152 constituencies. A total of 1,478 candidates, including 167 women, are in the fray. Polling began at 7 a.m. amid sporadic violence and intimidation reports. The phase will shape the electoral outcome of the 294-member assembly. The centre said domestic LPG supply across the country remains normal. Over 52 lakh LPG cylinders were delivered to households in a single day. Daily bookings have stabilized at around 44 to 45 lakh. Around 94% of deliveries are being done using DAC to prevent diversion. Commercial LPG supply has been restored to nearly 70%. Over 1.4 lakh tons of commercial LPG have been sold in April so far. Officials said supply is supporting restaurants, hotels and labor sectors.
हमारे डोमेस्टिक घरेलू एलपीजी सप्लाईज नॉर्मल हैं। कल भी 52 लाख से अधिक घरों को एलपीजी सिलेंडर्स की सप्लाई की गई है। बुकिंग पहले से अब कम हुई है, लगभग 44 से 45 लाख के करीब प्रति रोज बुकिंग हो रही हैं और जो हमारा डीएसी या डिलीवरी ऑथेंटिकेशन कोड है उसके साथ लगभग 94% डिलीवरी की जा रही हैं। इसका महत्व ये है कि इससे डाइवर्जन को रोकने में काफ़ी मदद मिल रही है। कमर्शियल एलपीजी 70% पर है और अप्रैल के महीने में अब तक 1,40,000 टन से अधिक कमर्शियल एलपीजी की सेल हुई है और ये सेल मुख्यतः रेस्टोरेंट, ढाबा, होटल और कुछ लेबर इंटेंसिव इंडस्ट्रीज जैसे स्टील, ऑटोमोबाइल, टेक्सटाइल, डाई, केमिकल, प्लास्टिक्स, पैकेजिंग, एग्रीकल्चर एटसेट्रा को की गई है।
Next we have for you an international news. The Ministry of External Affairs is closely monitoring the situation in the Gulf and West Asia. It said the safety and welfare of Indians abroad remains the top priority. A control room is active with missions running 24/7, helplines and advisories. Coordination is underway with local authorities and state governments. Over 12 lakh passengers have returned to India since February 28. Additional flights are offering from UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman and Bahrain. Officials said alternative routes are being facilitated amid airspace restrictions.
Welfare of Indian seafarers in the region is of high priority for us. Our missions are extending all assistance to them, including coordination with local authorities and agencies, extending consular assistance, and assisting for requests to return to India. The overall flight situation continues to improve, with additional flights operating from the region to various destinations in India. Since February 28th, around 12,000 passengers have traveled from the region to India.
And finally, the sports news. India Miami CF secured a 2-0 win over Real Salt Lake in Utah. Rodrigo De Paul and Luis Suarez scored a minute apart late in the second half. The breakthrough came in the 82nd minute from a well-worked corner. Suarez added the second soon after with a clinical left foot finish. Goalkeeper Dane St. Clair kept a clean sheet with 4 saves. Rafael Gabriel made 5 saves despite the loss. The win marks Miami's second straight under interim coach Guillermo Hoyos. The weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature was 31 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity was 57%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity was 66%. Meanwhile, in Juai, minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity was 73%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juai says generally cloudy sky at most places. Before we wrap up, here are the headlines once again. NOC hurdles slow border roads in Meghalaya. Government pushes centre for solution. 2 hanging deaths in Shillong. Police probe incidents at Laban PS and Upper Shillong. Heavy voting in West Bengal Phase 1 with over 78% turned out amid violence reports. Rodrigo De Paul Suarez strike late as Inter Miami beat Real Salt Lake 2-0 in Utah. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you from our newsroom this evening. We will be back tomorrow at the same time with new updates. Till then, have a good night.
Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj presenting the headlines first. Voting in first phase of West Bengal Assembly polls and Tamil Nadu Assembly polls held successfully. ECI records over